Okay, we're going to work through some exercises with 1-point and 2-point perspective. And because drawing a straight line on the chalkboard and doing it is so difficult that, and I also can make this recording so you can go back and watch it if you didn't finish at home. So I am going to go ahead and do it on the computer. So everybody needs to start by putting in a horizon line. And if you turn your paper sideways, like the screen, that's the best. And we're going to put in a horizon line about a third of the way down across your paper. And 1-point perspective will work no matter where you put your horizon line. But this is the way that we're going to do it. What happens with the idea of perspective is that wherever, sideways, horizontal. Ladies, I'll just ask you to leave because I want people to be able to actually hear what I'm saying. But, all right, whichever ladies that are talking. Please do not talk. All right. I said I just asked you to leave, if that's what you want to do. Here we are, wherever your eye reaches the horizon line, that is going to be your eye level. So if you were sitting on the ground, your eye level would be lower. If you're standing higher or if you're looking down, wherever your eye level is where the perspective is going to be. This was discovered in the Renaissance, and as people started seeing buildings down the streets, they noticed that things tend to look like they recede as they go off into the distance. Before things were done, they weren't very realistic. Now, if we look at non-Western art, because this Renaissance art is a Western phenomena, that happened with the Renaissance. So, you're going to put a point somewhere on your screen, and that's going to represent eye level. That is, so you're actually standing here in our make-believe picture. We're standing right here where my mouse is going. And then your eye level is right here. That you can see that you're standing there. And that means that anything that's going diagonal, and those are called orthogonal lines, are going to look like they recede. So you start by, let's draw a box anywhere down below here. And you can draw any size box, and this will work. So your box is going to be, since this is 1 point, when you draw your box or you draw whatever shape we do, it's going to be like drawing a regular box or shape. So that's what I need you to do next, is draw a box. Anywhere for this one. We'll draw a bunch of them for this first part. So you needed your horizon line, you needed your point that shows where you're standing, and we need a box. It says, some of you, if you took any art in junior high and high school, you've done this, but if you haven't, you haven't. And when I taught elementary school kids, second graders can start to do this, and then it changes the way that they look and draw at everything from then on. So I think this is a very fundamental thing to learn in seeing drawing, because this helps you understand realism. All right, so we've got our box. That means that all of your lines now, I'm going to go back to your lines that are going diagonally, are going to go to that vanishing point. I'm going to change my color here so that you can see what I'm doing. So part of these I'm going to erase. But from those diagonal edges, and again those are called orthogonals, that they're all going to recede in to the vanishing point. And this is a way of making space look realistic in a flat environment or a 2D environment. So you start by drawing all of those lines to the vanishing point. Right. Somewhere else. Go back to black. All right. So now I'm going to cut those off so that it looks like an actual box. And the important rule for this is anything you cut off must be parallel to what you're cutting off. So if I'm drawing the back side of this box right here, then the back side is going to be parallel to that front side of the box there. And then the side of the box here is going to be parallel to the side of the box there. So your actual box then, I'm going to trace over the red where your box is right there, and there, and there. And there is your first box in 1-point perspective. Now where all the red lines are, then you can come in with your eraser and erase those, because you no longer will need those. So you can take your eraser and erase everything that I've got red. I'm going to leave them up there so for anybody who's going back to look at it that they can see it. So what I want you to do is draw several more boxes so that you can see them in space, that going in a variety of places across your paper with just plain boxes. That's all right, so there's a box there, and then you follow the same rule. Whoopsies. I'm going to do the black. Follow the same rule as before. That got, it doesn't want to go back to black. Sorry about that. But black, 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 black. Brown, black. Okay. Thank you. All right, so I'll finish up that box now. All right, color 2, red. The hard part about this, if you're having it be wrong, and I can't get it to go back to red now, that's green, is that when I was in 5th grade, and I think this is probably everybody's 5th grade math, or it may be earlier, they taught you how to draw geometric shapes, and none of them are in perspective. They are going to just stay black no matter what I do now. They are done in a mock three-dimensionality, and they are not receding, that everything is totally square. So your lines are then parallelograms and they remain square. So you're learning something new. I prefer Photoshop, but this will work. Eraser. Color 1, white. How's that? It's just not letting me select it correctly. Color 1. Color 2, white. All right. All right, so if you're having trouble doing it, like I'm having trouble getting my computer to listen, look over at your neighbor. Maybe they can help you. that if you're having trouble seeing how to do this, that the box. All right, 4 boxes, 1 in the sky for sure. I can go to color 2. I can pick color 2. 4. And then make those lines all go to the vanishing point. We're trying to change colors. All right, what happens with the box that's in the sky? Does anybody know? This is a magic world where things don't fall out of the sky. The world of your imagination. You draw the bottom of the box rather than the top of the box. So as we're doing things, we don't draw the sides that you can't see in your world of imagination. So since this box here would run into that box and I can't see it, then I stop there where I'm cutting it up. So I don't draw that line all the way through, that even if it came behind it. So you don't draw where you can't see the line going. It's in the wrong place. Because we're going to start dealing with our imagination even more now. Okay, the next thing that you will want to be able to do, if you're drawing anything exciting at all, is to draw other shapes besides just boxes. So if you were drawing in a house, or if you were drawing a building or something like that, that you can use mainly rectangles and squares, but there's all kinds of other things out there that you might want to use besides squares. So that's what we'll do next. So as you finish this paper up with all of your boxes, you can turn it over because that's what we'll do next.